everyone, and welcome back to Slow English. My name is Ava.
And I'm Ben. It is so great to be with you all today.
Ben, I want to start with a question for you. A question I think many of our viewers might be nervous about.
Okay, I'm a little worried, but go ahead.
It is simple. What did you do yesterday?
That question, my mind just goes blank. Seriously, I know I did many things. I worked, I ate, I came home. But when someone asks me in English, I can't find the words. I just say, nothing much. It's so frustrating.
I understand completely, and I promise you, you are not alone. So many English learners have that exact problem. But don't worry. In today's lesson, we are going to fix that. We are going to teach you exactly how to talk about your day in slow English using a very simple method.
Really? A simple way? That sounds amazing.
Yes. By the end of this video, you will have a step-by-step formula to describe your daily routine in English. You'll learn how to connect your ideas so you sound more natural, and you will have the confidence to share your story. You will never have to say nothing much again.
Okay, I am so excited for this. How are we going to do it?
It's a simple journey. First, we will learn the basic building blocks at these. These are the most essential phrases you need for your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. Next, we will practice putting those blocks together to build a full story, just like in a real conversation. And finally, we'll learn some simple tricks to add details and make your story more interesting. Are you ready?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Great! So, to talk about yesterday or any day that is finished, we need one very important grammar tool. The simple past tense, we use it for actions that started and finished in the past.
Okay. So instead of saying, I wake up, which is something I do every day for yesterday, I need to say.
Exactly. You say, I woke up. The action is finished. Let's practice a few very common ones. How about the verb eat? What is the past tense?
Ate.
Perfect. And the verb make?
Made.
Excellent. One more, the verb go.
Went.
Fantastic. You already know them. That is the key for today. All our action words, our verbs, will be in the simple past tense because we are talking about a finished day. All right, let's build our story. We'll start with the first part of the day, the morning. We are going to learn 4 essential building block phrases. I will say each phrase slowly, and I want you to repeat after me. And for everyone watching at home, please say them out loud with Ben. It's very important to practice speaking.
Okay, I'm ready. Our viewers are ready.
Phrase 1, I woke up at 7 a.m.
I woke up at 7 a.m.
Good. Phrase 2, I brushed my teeth.
I brushed my teeth.
Nice. Phrase 3, I made some coffee.
I made some coffee.
And phrase 4, I left the house.
I left the house.
Wonderful. Those are our 4 morning building blocks. See? Very simple, very clear. You now have the start of your story. Okay, morning is done. Now for the middle of the day, the afternoon. We have 4 more building blocks for your daily routine. Again, everyone at home, please repeat with Ben.
Let's do it.
Phrase 1, I had lunch with my colleagues.
I had lunch with my colleagues.
Great. Phrase 2, I answered some emails.
I answered some emails.
Perfect. Phrase 3, I finished my work.
I finished my work.
And phrase 4, I went to the gym.
I went to the gym.
Excellent. Now we have the middle part of our day. We are speaking in slow English, so it's easy to remember.
Morning, afternoon, I guess the evening is next.
You got it. The last part of our story. Let's learn the 4 essential phrases for the evening. Ready to repeat.
Ready.
Phrase 1, I got home at 6 p.m.
I got home at 6 p.m.
Good. Phrase 2, I cooked dinner.
I cooked dinner.
Phrase 3, I watched a movie.
I watched a movie.
And the last one, phrase 4, I went to bed.
I went to bed.
Perfect. Ben, we now have 12 essential building blocks to talk about your day, but right now they are just separate pieces. We need something to connect them.
Right, because if I just say, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I made coffee, it sounds like a list, not a story. It is very robotic.
Exactly. We need what I call story glue. These are simple words that connect our ideas and show the order of events. For beginners, the 3 most important words are first, then, and after that.
First, then, after that. Okay, I can remember that.
Let us try it. Take your first 2 morning phrases. I woke up at 7 a.m. and I brushed my teeth, and connect them using first and then.
Okay, first, I woke up at 7 a.m., then I brushed my teeth.
See? It sounds so much better. It sounds like a real story is beginning. After that works exactly the same way as then. You can use them both to keep your story moving forward. All right, Ben, this is the big moment. We have our building blocks for morning, afternoon, and evening. We have our story glue. Now, let's put it all together. I am going to ask you the question again. Are you ready?
Okay, I think so. I'm a little nervous, but let's try.
Don't be nervous. You have all the tools. So, Ben, what did you do yesterday?
Okay, yesterday was a busy workday. First, I woke up at 7 a.m., then I brushed my teeth and made some coffee. After that, I left the house.
Great start. Keep going.
In the afternoon, I had lunch with my colleagues. Then I answered some emails and finished my work. After that, I got home around 6 p.m.
Wonderful. And how did you finish your day?
In the evening, I cooked dinner. Then I watched a movie. And finally, I went to bed.
Ben, that was fantastic. Seriously, do you see what you just did? You answered the question perfectly. You didn't say nothing much. You told me a clear, complete story of your day. How does that feel?
It feels really good. I just followed the steps. It was much easier than I thought.
I'm so glad. And now we can make it even better. A good story has details. You don't need a lot of complicated words. You just need to answer simple questions like where, with whom, or how. Let's look at one of your sentences. I had lunch with my colleagues. That is already great because you included with whom.
Right? With my colleagues.
Now, let's try another one. You said, I finished my work. That is a good building block. But where did you finish your work?
I finished my work at the office.
Perfect. See how that one small detail at the office adds more to the picture? Let's try upgrading one more sentence. You said, I watched a movie. Where did you watch it?
I watched a movie on my sofa.
Excellent! That detail makes it feel more personal and real. Just adding small phrases about place or people makes your daily routine story much more engaging. This is how you make easy daily English sound more advanced. The great thing about this formula is that it works for any kind of day. Our first story was about a busy workday, but what about a relaxing weekend day? The building blocks change, but the structure foundation plus connectors stays the same.
That is a good point. My Saturday is very different from my Monday. I definitely don't answer emails on Saturday.
So let us brainstorm some different building blocks for a relaxing Saturday. For example, in the morning, instead of woke up at 7 a.m., you might say,
I slept in. That means I woke up late, maybe at 10 a.m.
Exactly. And instead of had lunch with colleagues in the afternoon, you might say,
I met a friend for coffee.
Love that one. And for the evening, instead of cooked dinner, maybe
I ordered a pizza, and instead of watched a movie, maybe I read a book.
Perfect examples. The specific actions change, but the method for telling the story is exactly the same. First, I slept in. Then I read my book, and so on.
It is really helpful to see how the blocks can be changed. Could you maybe share a little bit about your day yesterday, Ava? Just a couple of sentences.
Of course, let's see. Yesterday was pretty quiet for me. First, I went for a long walk in the park in the morning. After that, I came home and prepared for this video lesson. It was a nice, calm day.
See, that is so nice to hear. It is simple, but it tells me something about you. It is a real connection. That is so much better than nothing much.
It really is. Small talk is just about sharing these small, simple stories. And now we have a question for all of you watching. We all have our own special morning habits. So we want to know, what is one thing you always do in the morning? Tell us in the comments below. Please try to write a full sentence, like, I always drink a glass of water, or I always check my phone.
I can't wait to read your answers and see what everyone's morning routine looks like.
Okay, Ben, we have built a really strong foundation. Now it is time to refine it, to make it even better. This is where we look at the most common mistakes learners make when they talk about their day.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sure I make some of these.
Let's start with the most common one, tense confusion. Sometimes when people are speaking quickly, they forget to use the simple past tense for everything. For example, a learner might say, yesterday I get home late. Can you hear the mistake, Ben?
Yes, get is the present tense. Because it was yesterday, it should be the past tense. Got, yesterday, I got home late.
Exactly right. It is a very easy mistake to make, but it is also very easy to fix. Just remember, when you start your story with yesterday, your brain should switch into past tense mode. Every action verb needs to be in its past form. Woke, ate, finished, went, got, all past.
That is a great tip, think yesterday, and switch on the past tense mode in my brain. I'll remember that.
The second way we can refine our story is by upgrading our story glue. First, then, and after that are fantastic for beginners. They are clear and easy, but if you say then too many times, your story can start to sound a little repetitive.
I noticed that in my story, I think I said then 2 or 3 times. Is there a better way?
Yes, there are some easy and more natural sounding alternatives. Instead of just then, you can use time markers to guide your listener. For example, in the morning, you can say, around 8 a.m., I left the house.
Oh, that is nice. Around 8 a.m., it adds more specific information.
Exactly. For the afternoon, you can simply say, in the afternoon, I answered my emails. And for the evening, a wonderful phrase is before I went to sleep. For example, before I went to sleep, I read a book.
Those sound so much more fluent. Let me try. Around 8 a.m., I left the house. In the afternoon, I went to the gym. Before I went to sleep, I brushed my teeth. Yes, I really like how those sound.
They make a big difference, and they are not difficult to use. It is a simple way to make your daily English sound more advanced. And now for my favorite refinement tip. This one solves the problem of feeling like your day is boring. A day is only boring if you just list facts. The way to make it interesting is to add a small feeling or opinion.
This is what I really need. I always worry that my story is not interesting for the other person.
You don't need big dramatic feelings, just something simple. For example, you could start your story with, yesterday was a really long day, or I had a pretty relaxing day yesterday. This one sentence completely changes how the listener feels about your story.
That is true. It sets the mood.
You can also add a feeling at the end. A great phrase is, the best part of my day was, let's try it. What was the best part of your busy work day, Ben?
I think the best part of my day was watching a movie on my sofa. It was so nice to finally relax.
See, that is a perfect ending to your story. It tells me so much more about you and your day. It's not boring at all. It is personal and authentic. Adding just one simple feeling makes a huge difference. Now, we'd love to hear from you all again using the new phrase we just learned. Please tell us in the comments, what was the best part of your day yesterday?
Start your sentence with, the best part of my day was, I'm really looking forward to reading about the happy moments in your day.
Okay, Ben, this is the final test. We are going to put everything we have learned together in one comprehensive drill. The foundation, the expansion, and the refinement.
The final boss. Okay, I'm ready.
Imagine we just met at work and I'm your new colleague. We are making small talk. I turn to you and say, "Hi, Ben, it is nice to meet you. So, how was your day yesterday? Tell me about it."
Hi, Ava. It is nice to meet you too. Yesterday was a pretty busy day. Actually, first thing in the morning, I woke up around 7 a.m. and made some coffee. I needed it around 9 a.m. I started work and answered a lot of emails.
Sounds like a busy morning.
Yes, it was. In the afternoon, I had a long meeting, but after it finished, I finally got my work done. After that, I went to the gym to exercise a little.
That is great. What about your evening?
I got home pretty late, so I just cooked a simple dinner. Honestly, the best part of my day was relaxing on my sofa with a good book before I went to sleep. I was really tired.
Ben, that was absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You used everything. You used a feeling at the beginning, a busy day. You used better connectors around 9 a.m. in the afternoon. You added details on my sofa with a good book, and you ended with another feeling. That was an AE answer.
Wow, thank you, Ava. I feel so much more confident now. It's like I have a map for how to answer that question. I don't have that blank mind feeling anymore.
That is the goal. You solved the pain point. So for everyone watching, let's quickly review the simple map we learned today. It is just 3 steps. Ben, what was the first step?
Step 1 was to learn the foundation, the essential building block phrases for the morning, afternoon, and evening, all in the simple past tense.
Exactly. And step 2.
Step 2 was expansion, connecting our blocks with story glue like first, then and after that, and then adding simple details like where you were or who you were with to bring the story to life.
Perfect. And the final step to make it sound even better?
That was refinement, using better connectors like around 8 a.m. or before I went to sleep, and adding a simple feeling or opinion like it was a relaxing day to make your story more interesting and personal.
That is it! Foundation, expansion, refinement. If you follow this map, you will always be able to talk about your day in English clearly and confidently.
That was one of the most useful lessons we've ever done. I feel like I can go out and use this today.
I'm so glad you feel that way, and we want all of you to feel that way too. So we have a small piece of homework for you to practice everything you've learned.
It is your upgraded micro assignment.
That is right. Your assignment is this. In the comments below, write 3 complete sentences describing what you did this evening. Try to use one of the new, more advanced connector words we learned, like after I got home or before I went to bed.
We will read every single comment and give you feedback. This is your chance to practice in a safe and supportive place. Don't be shy.
Thank you all so much for joining us for this deep dive lesson today. We hope you feel more prepared to share your stories in English.
We really do. Learning to talk about your day is such an important skill for making friends and having real conversations.
If you found this slow, clear, step-by-step teaching style helpful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post new lessons just like this every single week, designed to help you build real-world English confidence.
Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new, and please share your homework in the comments. We can't wait to read about your evenings.
Thank you again for learning with us. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.